It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Atlanta Braves and the Mets. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Well, you know, I always think pitching and defense are keys to success in the long run. As we take a look at their arms, I see a lot of reason for optimism. A lot can happen over the course of a season, but if these guys stay healthy and pitch to their abilities, they should be in pretty good shape.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 New York Mets.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. And now a moment to show you the lineup for Atlanta in this one. Harold, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche at you, Matt. You know I don't use many cliches. I would have to say have great energy. Play with some enthusiasm. Be excited about playing. And if they do that, man, they carry it through for 9 innings. Look out.
Noah Syndergaard gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Harold, any thoughts?
Matt, last year he was one of the better pitchers in all of baseball. ERA under 3. And as a starting pitcher to have an ERA under 3, that tells you a lot about how good and durable he is. So I'm looking for him to have another big season, and maybe that starts with this game right here. Well, let's take a look at the Mets defense, brought to you by Majestic. In this day and age, when teams are moving all over the place playing the shift, these guys are old school, very traditional. You don't see the shift applied very often to this club.
Here's Ender Inciarte, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off the afternoon for Atlanta, center fielder, number 11.
Underway this afternoon as the first pitch of the game is hit in the air to left field. Cespedes is there. One pitch, one out.
Batting second, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. A perfect 2 for 2. First offering on its way. And a fastball just misses for ball 1. And after a very chilly early morning, the temperatures thawed out a bit to 48 degrees here at game time. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Well, if you're wondering if he's going to be loose for this game, there's our answer. 98 in the first inning. He's going to be coming right after.
Here it comes. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is Granderson in there, and their first hit of the season is going to be for extra bases. And he is into the hit column here in this new year. His first hit is a double.
Batting third,
here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Number 5.
Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
Freeman.
First delivery to him on the way. And that misses for ball one.
Well, I don't know how he missed that pitch. That ball's in the zone a long time, but he missed it. I guess that happens.
Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Well, Fillmore's the type of umpire. He's going to give you a little in some areas and take away the others. And what I mean by that, he's going to call a little wider on the corners, but up and down, he's going to take that away from you.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Runner at second here with one man out. Called strike, and he's behind 1-2.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A called strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixed pitch 3 times in a row, so reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
So here's Matt Kemp now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. Now Kemp awaits the 1-1. Tapped down the line. That winds up foul for the second strike. Ripped on the ground to first. Duda's up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they get a man to second here in the top half, but he's stranded there. Braves nothing, Mets coming to bat. You're watching MLB Network. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Harold?
This is going to be a dogfight tonight. They are facing a premier pitcher. I'm talking about one of the elite guys in the league. I want to see if they make little tweaks to how they might attack him. Are they going to lay off that nasty breaking ball with 2 strikes? Or will they be able to drive the ball to the ballpark when they get that one pitch to hit? This is going to be a great matchup.
Julio Teheran is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. HR, what's the word on him?
Matt, I like this guy. He is a really good pitcher. An ERA just a little over 3 last season. He's usually pretty tough on the opponent. He's going to keep you in the game and give that manager some opportunities late in the game to get a W. I like what this guy brings, and maybe he'll bring it today.
In now, Jose Reyes. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Third baseman, Jose Reyes.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Career numbers against Julio Teheran. He's gone just 2 for 13. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Here it comes on 1-1. The fastball down near the shoe tops. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
He's only 4 pitches in, but he doesn't look too sharp to start the day off.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And this is fouled back and out of play. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And another foul ball. Another full count pitch home. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Batting second, the shortstop, Asdrubal.
Now at the plate, Asdrubal Cabrera. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. First pitch coming. Here it is. A high fastball is in there. The 0-1 delivery. And a good call as they pitch out there, but Reyes isn't going yet. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And the runner will get back standing. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. And this one's in the dirt. And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pays off, and that'll likely be scored a wild pitch.
And I think that's the case of the pitcher being a little too preoccupied with the speed at first. He lost focus on making the pitch and throws an absolute scud. The irony, of course, is the runner's now on second, and he didn't even have to steal.
1 out and a runner on second base. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Now a spin and a throw back to second. Runner back standing. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And that one stayed too low apparently. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. That's a hit. Their first of the new season. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead. And he will pull into second with an RBI double. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
It is Curtis Granderson as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Career numbers against Julio Teheran. Comes in with 6 hits in 26 at-bats. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. Here's the 0-1. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him. And I doubt there was any intent behind that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but I do know when a guy at the plate is a stud like that and first base is open, there's absolutely zero reason to put the ball in the strike zone. I think he was trying to work around him, and it just got away.
Here's Neil Walker. As a good changeup will get him to commit too early, and it's strike one.
Matt, this is how you want to start a game. First inning, you already jump on them early. You get one run in, and now you have two other runners on base. You come up with a big hit here, you can really make a big dent right here in this game in the first inning.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Hitting guys back-to-back? Umpires don't have much patience for that kind of thing, whether it's intentional or not, and neither does the team that's getting plunked.
Here's Jay Bruce now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Given the situation, he's got an opportunity to break this game wide open. Ready with the 1-0 now to Bruce. And a fastball here that's taken for ball two.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
(3-0) now.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
In there, 3-1.
Taking all the way there, and a walk could be huge here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's got the bat on his shoulder again on the next pitch.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Looking at strike two, a fastball that catches the inside corner. Bases are loaded with only one out. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. From the stretch. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Lucas Duda is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0.
Well, Matt, the big thing I'm looking at is how many pitches he's already thrown here in the first inning. He's got a high pitch count. So if he continues like this, we're definitely going to see a bullpen game.
Ready with the 1-0. And a fastball just a bit up. Up to an even 30 pitches here in the first inning. Outside, 3-0 now. Taking all the way, it's 3-1 now. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Big pitch early, the 3-2. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. One for the Mets here on the RBI double. We'll head to the top of the second, and the Mets have an early 1-0 lead. Now to the plate, Nick Markakis. He'll start things out against Noah Syndergaard as this inning is underway. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A cold strike on the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Swing and a liner. But quick reactions at the hot corner take away a hit, and there's one gone.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Brandon Phillips.
Here's Brandon Phillips. Into the windup and the pitch. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
Grounded down the third baseline. Right there is Reyes. Throw to first takes care of Phillips, and he's retired for out number 2.
Batting seventh, third baseman number 13, Adonis Garcia.
Adonis Garcia digs in now. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. Hitless in 3 at-bats. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hard hit to first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a great job to stick with it as he's able to make the play for the third out. Down in order go the Braves. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. At the plate, Rene Rivera. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
Catcher, Rene Rivera.
First pitch on its way. And a fastball just a bit high. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Here it comes on 1-1. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
I love how aggressive he is. He's just attacking the zone with the fastball. Here it is. Now he's at 1-2 count, and really he can go anywhere he wants now.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. The 2-2 one more time. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Batting ninth. Catcher.
Standing in, Noah Syndergaard. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here comes the first pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
One and two now. Pitch is piling up. 44, and he's not clear of the second yet. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Hey, he's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
Into the box now, Jose Reyes. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. He drew a base on balls his first time up. One and 0 pitch on the way. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Well, they walked him the first AB, and clearly he's already got 2 balls now. They're not challenging him, but as a hitter, it's very difficult to stay patient. But you have to. This is where you got to be patient and get your pitch.
2-0 home to Reyes. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. 2-1 now to Reyes. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. As Drupal Cabrera would be next. We're in the second. 1-0 Mets early on. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch outs and working on number 5.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And he got another one here. He strikes out the side. He set down 5 in a row via the punch out, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Back at Citi Field in Flushing, Queens, as we are ready for the third inning in this one. Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers.
Leading off for the Braves,
he'll stand in to open things up here in the
Tyler
third.
Flowers.
Third inning starts with a slider that's looked at here for ball one. The pitch. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1.
He looks really strong here early in this game, and that fastball is a good example. Put that thing in a great spot and right where he wanted it.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Good break to that thing, and it's 1-2.
That's so difficult to hit. Hard fastball and a nasty curveball. You just have to sit on one or the other and hope he throws the one you're looking for.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a line drive, but this will be foul. Another 1-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt,
Julio
Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Stepping in now, Julio Teheran, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Now that's a legit upper 90s fastball, back to back. You talk about popping the glove. I can hear it popping up here.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Here's another 1-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
You know, this is the kind of location you can get away with when you throw your fastball like that. That's certainly not where he wanted it to end up. But when it's coming in that hot, it's tough for guys to put it in play, especially when they're protecting with 2 strikes.
Standing in now, Ender Inciarte, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
He's really put himself now in a position where he's got to battle. Took the first 2 strikes, didn't swing, and now you just grind out the AB.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Another 0-2 home. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
That's an interesting pitch right there. Let's see if that throws him off a little bit. He's been on a pretty good roll. He can't let it upset him. Just get back in the groove right here.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Another 2-2 offering. Line drive to left. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So the 2-out hit here extends the inning for Dansby Swanson.
Well, that was a nasty pitch right there, and he stayed with it. Great piece of hitting. The only way you're going to hit that ball is you stay down as that ball starts to run away and drive it to left. Great job.
In now, Dansby Swanson. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Cespedes going back. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Mets lead it 1-0. Asdrubal Cabrera 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The shortstop, Asdrubal Cabrera.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Well, he tried to get him to chase a couple pitches right there. Look, 0-2 with 2 fastballs. Then he came back with off-speed pitches, and now the count's even. I don't know. He might have to go back to that fastball and see if he can get it by him.
Oh, and they still have no answer for him up there. 6 straight punch-outs now, and there's 1 away. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Freeman is right there to take it in, and on 1 pitch, that's all for Cespedes.
Number 3, Curtis Granderson.
Ready for another chance? Curtis Granderson. He was plunked with a pitch in his first trip to the plate. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Chasing after it is Inciarte. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3, but they're up 1-0. With Harold Reynolds and Dan Plezak, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning.
Freeman.
Into the windup and the pitch. Drilled on the ground to short. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, left fielder, Matt Kemp.
Digging in to try it again. Matt Kemp. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Fastball in there for a called strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a knee-high fastball. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
Digging in, Nick Markakis comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Pitch on the way. Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And this will find its way to the 335 sign, and he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
Here's Brandon Phillips as he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time.
91-mile-an-hour slider. Man alive, there's not many people that throw that one right there. That is an elite group right there. I would throw that pitch every time.
Here it comes, 0-2. Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses. 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there. You're down 0-2. You're in protect mode. You want to chase that ball. Nice layoff.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Hit out towards second. Backhanded. Throw won't get him.
Well, that's called smelling the base hit right there. He beats out an infield single. Not everybody hustles out of the box, but he darn sure knew he better, and he did.
Adonis Garcia digs in now as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Now we got an 0-2 count, Matt. And I tell you what, so impressive. He is executing his game plan, going right on the outside half and exploiting those weaknesses.
He got him. And exhale as he's out of the jam, and the inning is over. 2 left for Atlanta. They still trail 1-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Neil Walker. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Neil Walker.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this is fouled back and out of play. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 19, Jay Bruce.
Here's Jay Bruce now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Sliced hard on the ground. Garcia comes up with it. Throw on to first will get him. Scored at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
Striding in once again, Lucas Duda. First time up, he went down looking. Teheran gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
He is being aggressive in this inning. 0-2 on this hitter. The first.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Down in order go the Mets, but they lead it 1-0. Striding into the box, Tyler Flowers.
Leading off with the
He'll
Braves.
start things out as we begin the 5th.
Tyler Flowers.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1.
We've seen this before. Fastballs in, then breaking balls away. That's been his plan of attack throughout the first half of this game.
1-1. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Now here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out. 1 away.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
So striding forward now, Julio Teheran. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Right there is Reyes. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Ender Inciarte.
Here's Ender Inciarte. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Well, that's 2 quick outs, and he's got a low pitch count. Really being aggressive in the zone has forced him to swing the bats. He's economically low in that pitch count. He's got a chance to go deep in the game.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And there's ball 2 now.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Liner towards second. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
This is the type of batter pitchers hate to face. He's not a guy that's going to swing and miss often. He battles and battles, and he's a tough out, puts the ball in play, gets a lot of hits. He's a tough at bat.
Ready for another shot now. Dansby Swanson. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner.
Tying run at first base. He's got to make sure that a ball in the gap, he scores. He's got to get a great jump. And one way to do it, as soon as you see that ball through the zone and you see the swing and it makes contact, you just got to get flying.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. He'll go the short way to Walker at second for the force, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Atlanta. They're down 1-0. Stepping in and ready. Rene Rivera. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
First pitch coming. Here it is. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the two-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Flowers has a play, 1 down.
Now batting.
There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just 1 hit to this point. So striding in, Noah Syndergaard comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2 strikes.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Flying toward right center. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
He is having a terrific game, pitching well enough to get back to the plate again, and this time he delivers with a base hit.
Reyes.
Digging in once again, Jose Reyes. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. First offering on its way. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike.
Matt, I don't know if you know this, but less than 60% of his first pitches have been for a strike, and he's still having a good game. I don't know what he's doing. They just haven't been able to figure him out.
On its way is pitch number 75. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Now Reyes awaits the 1-1. A little bouncer. Ready with the 1-2. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there. The straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at bat. And what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. And he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Yeah, and it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game. That's a big topic of debate.
Yeah, guys not going to worry about, well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. We'll see Freddie Freeman start things off when we return. 5 innings complete. Mets out in front, 1-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Freddie Freeman. They'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
Freddie Freeman.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike one, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
The windup and the 0-1.
Nope.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball one.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game and he continues to pound the outside pitch, and it's really working out for him.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Cespedes going back. That one is out of here. This game is tied. A solo home run off the bat of Freddie Freeman. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Braves have now tied the ball game at 1.
Well, you really can't blame the man on the mound. He single-handedly kept them in this thing. But with one swing of the bat, we're all knotted up. Things are officially interesting, and we're in for a good finish in this one.
So here's Matt Kemp now.
Matt Kemp.
As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike.
Well, that was an impressive swing. A fastball, he's able to hit a foul ball home run with it, but he got out in front of it a little bit too much. Timing just a tad off.
No outs, nobody on. Now Kemp swings and sends a high fly ball with good carry out to deep left field. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Heavy sinker just stayed inside.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
We know he's probably still thinking about that game-tying home run he just gave up, but I'm going to give him credit for not showing that it's bothering him. When you come back and strike out the next guy, it shows you've still got your head in the right place.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. The high fastball is in there.
He got 2 pitches that were up that were very hittable, and he just couldn't pull the trigger. It's one thing if you take one pitch, but to take them twice, I don't know where his concentration is right now, Matt.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
Into the box now, Brandon Phillips. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And a fastball just a bit high. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Tough slider down low for a strike.
That was a good 2-0 slider right there. Now you're still sitting 2-1. I'd continue to look for that fastball, but that was a nice slider right there.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Well, he gave up that leadoff home run, and I thought, uh-oh, he's in trouble. But he's done a nice job bouncing back. Got 2 quick outs, and now he's got 2 strikes on this hitter. He's got a chance to get out of this unscathed the rest of the way.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Grounded to third. Reyes is up with it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Braves get a run on the Freeman home run. Bottom of the 6th coming up. All even now at 1-1. Cespedes. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
Left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
Into the windup and the pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So with that, the Mets have a runner aboard to get the inning underway.
Well, that first pitch single right there is something we haven't seen much this game. Maybe they'll be more aggressive now, jumping first pitch instead of finding themselves in the hole. A lot of the at-bats we've seen in this game so far.
Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one.
Well, this isn't how he wanted to start the inning. A leadoff single, and then you almost hit the next hitter. Composure. Got to try to get that ball over the plate and maybe get a ground ball.
Two 2-0 pitch on the way. 3-0 now.
Hey, that's a good job right there. You very rarely see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
Here it is on 3-0. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Well, he made a nice adjustment. That was a nice pitch right there, 3-0. Now puts the count 3-1. That was the same pitch he threw 2-0 and missed on it and got the ball called.
And that misses for ball 4. And it's first and second now with nobody out. Man, when you don't get a call on a pitch that good, you have to wonder if maybe it's personal. You can't blame him for being angry, but he's got to find a way to move on and focus on the next batter.
Here's Neil Walker. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set. Here it comes. Just got a piece of the fastball that time as it's chopped foul at the plate for strike 1. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Only played at first, so the sacrifice works that time.
Go-ahead run to third there after the bunt. Sacrifices aren't everyone's favorite play because you give up precious outs, but they do have a lot of ways now to take the lead.
Digging in once again, Jay Bruce. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order.
The first baseman, number 21, Lucas Duda.
Here's Lucas Duda now. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Fouled back. Bases are loaded here. 1 man out. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
Hey, 2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Ready for another shot now. Rene Rivera. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. First pitch on its way. Over to have a look at it here is Kemp, but this is well back into the grandstand, a foul ball. 2 out, bases loaded. Skied into straightaway right. Markakis has a read on it, and that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. All square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Ready once again, Adonis Garcia. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Fastball called strike. 1-2. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Well, I like the pitch idea. It looked like he tried to get him to chase right there, make him think that ball's over the plate and it runs away, but he laid off it. I don't know how, but he did.
Good job going down and hanging with it that time. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. On the ground to the left side. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. So it's an inning opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on.
That's an impressive swing on a tough pitch.
Atlanta.
A sinker from a right-handed pitcher going into the right-handed batter, and he's able to get the bat head out and hit it in the left field. That was really cool.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. He's struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a knee-high fastball. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
1-2. Here it comes. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line, and no one will track it down.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ends up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately he just fouled it off.
And a fastball just a bit up.
These last two guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
Has a look, now the pitch. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one. And this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
Into the box, Julio Teheran. And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out.
Center fielder, number 11. Ender Inciarte.
Here's Ender Inciarte. He's 2 for 3 thus far. And ball 4 now as he'll take first on the intentional walk.
The batter, number 7. Shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Digging in to try it again, Dansby Swanson. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Right over the middle, knee high.
The Braves have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a big time for that.
A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2.
Matt, this is where I like this guy pitching. First and second, he's got 2 outs. He's got himself a little bit of a jam, but now he likes to paint the corners. Watch him fight himself out of this situation.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
This is a big spot, Matt. You know, I like how he's pitching, though. Get him 0-2, you waste 1, and now you got to expand the zone still and see if he'll stay aggressive and chase a pitch.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no one can get there. He'll try it again. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hit weakly on the ground to short. Taken there by Cabrera. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left for Atlanta. Score remains tied 1-1. Digging in and looking for more, Noah Syndergaard. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Michael Conforto is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
You know, Matt, he's thrown over 60% first pitch fastballs to guys. To be as deep in the game as he is, you would think that percentage would be higher.
Oh, and it looks like a visit to the video room may be in order after that hack. It's 0-2 now. Well, pitch count will become a factor here in the 7th. He's about to hit 100 for the game.
Tell you what, though, Matt, that's pretty good. 100 going into the 7th inning. That's not bad. I'll take it all day.
Way outside. 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Inciarte's there. He's got it 1 away.
Third baseman, number 7, Jose Reyes.
Ready for another chance. Jose Reyes been a strikeout victim twice in this one. Hard hit ball to second. Phillips is there. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
The shortstop, number 13, Asdrubal Cabrera.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. And this is fouled straight back. 2 out, nobody on. That's ball 1.
He obviously wanted that call on the corner, but if he continues to put the ball right there, he's going to get that call, and he's going to keep pitching as well as he is.
The 1-1 home to Cabrera. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way, and he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. More opening day baseball coming up following this. Jerry Blevins has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 39, Jerry Blevins.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Freddie Freeman.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Well, he got that first pitch, got him looking right there. With a star hitter like this guy, it is always good to get ahead in the count.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Here it comes, 0-2. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. Two very well pitched games thus far. There you see it. Each team with a 1 and a whole lot of zeros. 1-1 our score at this point in the ball game. Things have been tight throughout. Digging in, Matt Kemp, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Hard liner toward short, and that's going to be a base hit for Kemp. And he is into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
And this is just a cut fastball. He's trying to sneak in the back door. He's unable to get it done. Leaves it right over the heart of the plate. And that's just too easy for a guy like this. He's licking his chops as the ball arrives. And he drills it to the outfield for an extra base hit.
Emilio Bonifacio.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder.
Nope.
Ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And he doesn't want him to get off to a big lead out there at second, so he steps off to look him back. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit. The throw home. But it is not in time as they take the lead here in the late going.
Well, that's a huge base hit. Anytime you get a hit late in the game to give you the lead in the ball game, you feel good about yourself, and his teammates are pumped up as well.
Here's Brandon Phillips. Runners on the move for second. Hit out towards second. And the hit and run works perfectly. A base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Well, I don't know if it was a run and hit, Matt, or a hit and run, but you do know this. They're trying to get ahead in the count. So there's going to be around the plate that first pitch. I love putting the hit and run on or the run and hit. But either way, they executed it perfectly, and now they're set up first and third.
Addison Reed gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Addison Reed.
Adonis Garcia digs in now. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. Bruce is there. Let's see if they test it. And he is out at the plate. Trying to extend the lead to 2. Instead, he's cut down, and the inning is over. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Atlanta leads it 2-1. Emilio Bonifacio stay in the ball game now and take over in left field.
Number 64.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Arodys Vizcaíno will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7th spot in the lineup following the double switch. Chase Darno will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Here's Yoenis Cespedes, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Yoenis Cespedes.
And this is going to be a foul ball. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Comes set, and the 0-1. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner.
That's your classic front door slider. It doesn't break like you expect it to, and all you can do is freeze as a hitter. And he got the call.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a one-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Standing in, Curtis Granderson. He's been hit by a pitch and walked in the game thus far. First pitch on its way. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
The 0-1 on its way. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here it comes. And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Here's Neil Walker. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Bonifacio moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're down 2-1. Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. Career history with Addison Reed, 1 for 3. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Hit hard to the right side. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Chase Darno.
In now, Chase Darno, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
Now a reach and a little cue shot pop-up to the right side. Camping under it is Duda, and there are 2 away now.
Enter Inciarte.
Standing in, Ender Inciarte. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. First offering on its way. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. Struck him out, so it remains a one-run lead as they head in for their final set of swings. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They lead it 2-1. Jim Johnson takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
53, Jim Johnson.
Here's Jay Bruce now. His lifetime numbers against Jim Johnson. He's gone 2 for 8.
Jay Bruce.
High in the air out to center field. Inciarte's there. 1 out.
The first baseman, number 21, Lucas Duda.
Striding in once again, Lucas Duda. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Drilled down the line. And that's going to get your tying run in scoring position, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And there's your tying run at second base with a 1-out double.
Now that's the at-bat they needed. Bases empty, 1 out, down 1 in the 9th. He's got to find a way, any way, to get on base, and he does more than that, getting into scoring position here. We've got a great finish on our hands, guys.
Now at the plate, Rene Rivera. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. A knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Hit hard on the ground to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
The pitcher, number 43, Addison Reed.
David Wright will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 5, David Wright.
Breaking pitch here, chopped foul at the plate, strike 1. And he's got a chance to tie things up here as the equalizer sits just 90 feet away. And this is cut on and missed, so the Mets are down to their final strike now. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he struck him out, and the ball game is over as they get the possible tying run over to third, but can't get him across.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1 the final score this afternoon. Julio Teheran gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Jim Johnson wraps it up for the save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap for this afternoon. For Harold, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Atlanta Braves: 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Mets, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 34 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon at Citi Field, 45,000. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.